Currently, the wrestlers' protest that went on for 2 to 3 months, first in January and then in April, currently it is not happening. But according to the Indian Express that has carried a page 1 report today, graphic details have emerged on the nature of the allegations against now sidelined WFI chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. Now, if the Delhi police charge sheet is to be believed, the nature of the allegations that the wrestlers have levelled against Singh and also under the sections that he has been booked under, trouble could be mounting for Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. But it also raises the questions on why the Oversight Committee did not even raise a single red flag when it was set up. The nature of the allegations, everything was there, it was recorded, yet conveniently, if you look at it, the smoke screen was there when the Oversight Committee just recommended structural changes rather than commenting on Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, the misdemeanors that had happened. In this video, I will tell you about the Delhi police charge sheet and what will happen to Singh if indicted in that. And I'll also tell you the graphic and disturbing allegations that the wrestlers have levelled against him. So, according to the Indian Express report that has accessed the Delhi police charge sheet, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is liable to be prosecuted and punished for offences. This is mentioned in the charge sheet itself. Sections 506, that falls under criminal intimidation, 354, outraging modesty of a woman, 354A, sexual harassment, and 354D, stalking. Now remember, these are the sections under which he could face prosecution, and it is very important to note that the Delhi police had asked for the cancellation of POCSO. Now remember, the cancellation has been sought by the Delhi police. The decision is now up to the court whether POCSO should be cancelled against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. As of now, a request has been sent. Nothing has been said on that yet. No cancellation, no maintenance is been said on this particular issue. Now, what are the punishment and details that will come on this particular sections, whatever Singh has been supposedly framed in the charge sheet? In 2 of the 6 cases, Singh has been booked under sections 354, 354A and 354D. 4 cases are under sections 354 and 354A, and the prison term for that is 5 years. Bailable, non-bailable comes under the subsections of that. So, if he is indicted in 354 or 354A, prison term of 5 years is very much on. This all comes amidst the backdrop that the wrestlers alleged 15 incidents of sexual harassment that also include 10 episodes of inappropriate touching. So, 15 incidents of sexual harassment, 10 episodes include appropriate touching. I'll come to the nature of the allegations later. But there is one more player involved who is culpable in all of this and has taken no action whatsoever. The Oversight Committee. We all know that after the first round of protests that happened in January at Jantar Mantar, there was a meeting between Anurag Thakur, who is the Minister of Sports and Youth Affairs, and also the wrestlers. They had assured that there would be a committee that would look into it and raise all their questions in the sense. Statements were recorded, witnesses were called, every single thing was recorded. But in February, wrestlers had flagged the allegations before the Oversight Committee. Everything was recorded. But what did the Oversight Committee do? They did not even raise a single red flag or recommend police action. This was the problem. When the statements were recorded in February, at that time, the Oversight Committee did not even recommend a single police action or red flag. And it was submitted to the Sports Ministry in April. It was no coincidence then that because what the Oversight Committee recommended, the wrestlers were not happy, they resumed the protests in a big way, and it lasted for 2 months. Oversight Committee was led by a boxer MC Mary Kom, And there were also members like Yogeshwar Dutt in that committee. And you remember, in the Oversight Committee, Yogeshwar Dutt and the wrestlers had a massive, ugly standoff as well. What did the Oversight Committee do? It focused on the structural lapses that were there within the Wrestling Federation of India. That included an absence of an internal complaints committee, that's the ICC. We all know that in every single organization that is there, sporting federations or non-governmental organizations or any of these other federations, an internal complaints committee is a must. But in the WFI, it just wasn't there. But the major problem, structural deficiencies were highlighted, great. But the major problem of the Oversight Committee was silent on the allegations against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. Now, if you have to look at the charge sheet and looking at the current situation of the Oversight Committee, what it had submitted in April, you can suspect that something was really, really wrong. Dozen players, coaches, support staff had accused Singh of sexual harassment or corroborating the allegations. They were all called, all the incidents were recorded, but yet allegations were silent. Protests resumed after Oversight Committee findings. You saw 2 months later what happened. In April, May, the protests reached an absolute peak. When the new parliament was inaugurated, the wrestlers tried and they were manhandled in a big way, which was indeed a national shame, because the sight of the medal winners getting dragged on the streets of Delhi, it was truly gut-wrenching to say the least. Now, this is the disturbing allegations that have come to light in the charge sheet. 2 wrestlers alleged Singh touched stomach and chest 3-4 times and continued to comment on their breathing patterns. Another wrestler claimed that Singh pulled her towards him and put his arms around her waist. Wrestler claims Singh touched her from the behind in a very, very inappropriate manner. One wrestler felt uncomfortable with national team coaches hugging her and carrying on their shoulders. This was a practice which used to happen earlier, but this wrestler has said that she was very, very uncomfortable with it. So this is a very disturbing trend that has been alleged, and in the charge sheet, all of this has been put. The Oversight Committee report is part of the annexure of the charge sheet. But Delhi police now, they might start to roll into action, and if the allegations are proven true in the court, then Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is in big trouble. As I had mentioned, 2 sections carry prison term of 5 years. Bailable, non-bailable, it depends on the sections in that law. This may start, the process might once again start in a big way, because remember, July is supposed to be the time when strict action was supposed to be taken. The court was supposed to convene and give out the thing. Now, with the Delhi police charge sheet being accessed by the Indian Express and these new allegations are now coming to light, trouble is now mounting for the now sidelined WFI chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. What will be the next course of action? It is a wait and watch approach. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.